statements and facts outlined below. Regarding ArriveCAN, at the onset of COVID pandemic, I was an executive director at CBSA responsible for the prototype design division that included the Mobile Centre of Excellence team. In early March 2020, the Public Health Agency of Canada, PHAC, asked CBSA for urgent assistance to develop technical capabilities needed for contact tracing at the border. No such capabilities existed at that time. The technical team was responsible for assessing technical solutions needed to fill this operational response on an extremely urgent timeline. Option analyses of this magnitude typically take months. We were given less than 5 days. The technical team assessed 6 in total. Internal development was determined as not feasible, given a shortage of skill set, capacity, and the urgent timeline. An outsourced option was deemed necessary. The 2 possible outsourced options were presented, the Deloitte and GC Strategy solutions. Both options were sent to the Vice President and Chief Information Officer, Min Doan, for consideration and decision. At a team meeting, we were informed that the Deloitte solution was discounted, leaving the only option of mobilizing the GC Strategy solution. The ArriveCAN app and all its technical components evolved considerably throughout the pandemic from the original concept design. It was created through the collaboration of CBSA employees and over 19 technology vendors, one of which was GC Strategies. The entire agency's pandemic contact tracing response cost $55 million. This is not all technology development. The breakdown of the spending is published information, and I've included it again for reference. All GC Strategies task authorizations related to ArriveCAN followed all procurement guidelines. Contracting was overseen and managed by PSPC. My responsibility remained to ensure the technology requirements were met and delivered on time, and they were. I will now address the separate issue of Bottler AI. To be clear, Bottler AI did not work on ArriveCAN and in no way was part of the ArriveCAN program. My involvement with the Bottler feasibility study was limited. On September 27, 2021, shortly after I assumed the role of Acting Director General, I received an email from Ms. Dutt with a CC to my team. The email raised 2 issues, a late payment to Bottler from the prime contractor, Dalian Keratics, and the second was discontent regarding a private partnership they established specifically around the collaboration between Bottler AI, Dalian Keratics, and GC Strategies. The CBSA responded to Ms. Dutt within 24 hours. This included resolution to the delayed payment and we reminded Ms. Dutt that the contract between CBSA and Dalian Keratics had contractual privacy clauses preventing us, CBSA, from discussing private or proprietary matters with subcontractors. Ms. Dutt's letter raised no concerns and no allegations about the CBSA or any of its employees, past or present. In fact, on a follow-up email the next day, Ms. Dutt praised the good relationship and positive experience she enjoyed to date working with the CBSA and its employees. Moreover, she expressed her appreciation for the prompt action, and the matter was considered closed. In December of 2021, CBSA's Human Resources Branch, the client for the work, requested the cancellation of the Bottler AI task authorization, citing capacity and staffing issues. The TA was canceled, and I had no further contact with Bottler AI. I will close on a personal note. I have worked in the technology field for over 24 years, where I've dealt with highly sensitive files, operations, Five Eyes partnerships, and both domestically and internationally. I understand the seriousness of ensuring that my actions remain bound to the professionalism demanded of a position in the federal public service. I have always upheld these values. Thank you for your time, and I'm willing to answer any questions you may have. Merci.
Thank you, Mr. Utano. Ms. Cusi, please, for 6 minutes.
Thank you very much, Chair. On November 4th, 2019, 2 young entrepreneurs, Ratika Dutt and Amir Morv, were contacted by Christian Firth of GC Strategies regarding a Government of Canada project. On November 30th, Firth stated, "I had a great chat with Cameron from CBSA, and they will act as fast as they can to get you a commitment." Over the course of our interactions, Firth repeatedly stated that the CBSA was very interested, said Ms. Dutt. Firth repeatedly communicated that Cameron MacDonald would need to receive benefits as consideration for his role and influence in bringing Bottler, their company, to the Government of Canada. Firth stated that MacDonald had then CBSA President John Oswoski's ear, and that for Cameron, it's more than credit. I just want to be sure that he's taken care of. The principals met with MacDonald several times. During a meeting called by McDonald on January 22, 2020, at the Marriott Spin Cafe, McDonald confirmed over drinks with the principals first statements regarding implementation of Bottler as a CBSA pathfinder for the entire Government of Canada-wide implementation. During another in-person meeting called by McDonald on February 6, 2020, which was also attended by Antonio Utano and others, McDonald provided precise instructions and wording on how to pitch Bottler to the President to ensure success. During the period, McDonald continued to provide intelligence to Firth on internal high-level executive meetings regarding Bottler that were above his pay grade. McDonald provided direct instructions to be provided via Firth to Bottler and the principals in order to guide interactions with other CBSA employees. McDonald also assigned work delegated to him by his superiors to Bottler for completion at the last minute. Firth regularly asserted McDonald's influence and insisted that Bottler provide whatever was asked by the CBSA, as Cam has a very big stick and can get what he wants. They know where he's going in the organization and how fast. Over multiple years of interactions with both Firth and the CBSA mid-management, it has become evident that conscious efforts are made by both parties to isolate and control the flow and narrative of information to the CBSA executive leadership. In this instance, the leadership is defined as the agency's president, vice president, and C-level executives. As early as November 2019, while Firth was actively communicating messages from McDonald to Bottler, as discussed earlier, Firth stated that the Vice President, Doan, doesn't know that we've been communicating back and forth with Cameron. Firth, on behalf of McDonald, intervened on multiple occasions when Duff communicated important information with Oswoski that was targeted at the ministerial and deputy ministerial levels. Imagine that you are a young entrepreneur. You've been promised by your contact that the sky is the limit. Your concept, your technology can be implemented across the entire Government of Canada because he knows the man. The man works together with your contact to create magic. The man who has contacts, who knows what he wants. The man who owns a chalet. Or is it a cabin? Picture now that you enter into what you thought was a contract. You'll work hand in hand to create your idea across government. And what do you have to worry about? It's the Government of Canada. But suddenly, things start to go wrong. You complete some work. You complete some more work. But you don't get paid. So you inquire. You do a little digging, and you're concerned by what you find. So what do? You do the right thing. You file a complaint, because when you file a complaint, it will be taken seriously. It will go through the right channels, and it will be addressed, because it's the Government of Canada. Or will it? So, Mr. Tanu, what did you do when you received the first misconduct report?
Thank you for the question. Mr. Chair, the email from Ms. Dutt on September 27th was not a report, but rather an email. And it raised two issues, as I indicated in my opening statement. One was a delayed payment matter, and the other one was a concern about Bottler's relationship with their partnership between GCS, Dalian Craddox, and Bottler AI. Nothing more. There were no allegations. I've actually provided the email in this package for reference. In fact, I was aware of the email when it first came in and knew that my team was addressing it. And within 24 hours, we successfully resolved the issues. So much so that Ms. Dutt sent a follow-up email, which I also included in this package, the next day, expressing her gratitude and giving the nature of the email and the prompt resolution. It wasn't necessary to forward it to my superiors or Ms. Gorman.
Then why, Mr. Utano, is Ms. Dutt saying otherwise now, that this was the first instance of her submitting that misconduct report in September of 2021, which apparently you turned a blind eye to?
So, first, I'd like to address the turning the blind eye. That's not true. The facts are right here in the briefings.
Did you escalate it when you received that report? Did you bring it to the attention to the senior office? Pardon me, to the vice president, based upon the procedure as outlined in the Senior Office of Internal Disclosure?
We are basically out of time unless you have a very quick yes or no. We'll have to get back to it.
There were no allegations in the email.
Thank you, Mr. Utano. Mr. Jawari, please.